What is up, everyone?
Good evening, everybody. Look who I got back this week. My son's coming back. So we're gonna hopefully try to figure out what we can do to help improve our channel, and we're gonna talk to our audience tonight and gather information from you guys. I think you see my preamp for tonight, but anyway, Discovery Channel looks like they're going to either limit or they're going to eliminate the Motor Trend
What
TV.
is up, everyone?
So I don't know the whole story on that. Maybe some of you guys do. I don't know. But did you see any of what's going on there?
Everyone's been hush hush.
How come it's starting to finally come out? I guess it's been a while. That's what I've heard.
Well, I watched Freiberger do his little thing. He wouldn't go into detail. I think because they signed a non.
Well, I think he's still got another series, or they recorded clear up through 2025.
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
And his, I guess he was just done like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yep.
But the shows are already pre-recorded.
Yes, right? Everything, all of them are. They're all recorded, and they'll just run until. Actually, they're going to have show reruns and everything for the next 3 to 5 years. I think heard someone say.
Okay.
But if Discovery's getting rid of those channels, what's that mean?
That's exactly what this show's about tonight, and that's a good point. So if those shows failed, why do you guys feel that they failed? And how can we fill in the voids and improve on that to help grow our channel? That's what the whole show tonight is all about. So I don't know who all's here. I don't have my glasses.
We got Ed Page, Old School Twist, John Dornbush.
Welcome everybody.
Jeff Downey.
Awesome.
And that's it so far.
All right. Well, we'll be getting more.
NHRA Bandit. Sorry, I didn't. I skipped right over him.
Well, you know what? A lot of guys too are watching the show. I don't know how many's watching here tonight, but I just talked to like 20 people this last week, and they don't ever come in here and comment. They're just watching. So, and it shows in our views too. You know, the last week I think I think I had around 60 people on at one time.
Okay.
And they come and go, and then for the week it was almost 900 people looked at it. So
we just had Mark Timmer, Ron, Ike, and Mike, and Phil the Third.
All right, guys, welcome aboard, and thank you for responding. But so what kind of content do you guys want to see? Is it you want to see more technical stuff? Do you want to see more generalization? Do you want to see engine builds? Do you want to see carburetor builds? What do you want to see? You tell us what you want to see, and we'll try to make it happen. Now, another thing is too, I was just talking to my son before we came on, you know, like the Joe Rogan show. That's all pre-recorded. It's not live. And so would you guys prefer that we record this and you can, you know, I know it's being recorded anyway, but we do it live. This is not rehearsed or scripted. You're getting a raw me and him.
Yep. In all its glory.
Yeah, that's right. So, but maybe if we do like say a carburetor rebuild, you know, that wouldn't be live. I would probably have to. My son and I would have to record that, and we'd have to edit it, and then you guys could watch it whenever. But you know, there's so many different things that we can do. And the other thing is too, you guys want crazy. You know, maybe we're too boring. I don't know. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not a real well, I am called Crazy Uncle Don. But that's only whenever I get drunk.
Well,
I'm not getting drunk on the camera.
Get drunk.
No.
So for an example, like, do you want to see us have the motor pretty much ready to be assembled, and we put it together and we explain the technical sides of stuff and how we do things and why we do it the way we do it? Or do you want to see a dyno chassis or chassis dyno film. I mean, we can do all of it, but we want to know what you guys are craving, so we can go after that uh, craving that you guys have, more so than us just sitting here in front of the camera and just throwing crap against the wall and hoping it sticks.
Yeah, because I don't like cleaning it up.
Right?
But yeah, so yeah, I mean, you know that I don't know if we've been doing a good job or not. I want you guys to grade us, you know, and tell us how we're doing because that we need that feedback.
Honest feedback. We're not asking to make our heads get bigger or anything like that.
Nope.
At least I'm not anyway. But I want to truly know what you guys liked and did not like.
Yeah. So I mean, you know what? Are we talking about things you want to hear about? You know, do you want to see him in a tutu and a flower dress or wearing a wig? I don't know, or me in the Superman outfit.
I'll do whatever it takes.
No, I won't. I love my Facebook friends and family, but I'm not into that. And my YouTube family.
And also, do you guys want to see high end builds? You know, we can build a $50,000 to $100,000 motor, or do you want to see a $15,000 build,
or you know that something too? You know what? That brings up a good point. Entry level engine builds now. It's not like it used to be just 4 years ago. Even I mean, for a stock rebuild, you're looking at 10 grand for a stock rebuild now. That same build 4 years ago, I was going for $5,500. It literally has doubled. And so, you know, a $10,000 build used to be a pretty high end build 4 or 5 years ago. Not anymore. That's an entry level build. And so putting a dollar amount on it maybe is not the way we should really look at that. Maybe what we do is like, do you want to see a stock build? And then do you want to see a mildly modified? And do you want to see a race build?
Well, I agree. Putting a price tag on it is not the way we should go about it. But I want people to know that a general ballpark of what it's going to cost.
And we can do that. That's a good point. Yeah.
You know, because like me, I ain't got $50,000 to go build a motor. If I did, I would have already done it.
Right.
So I barely have 2 pennies to rub together right now. So
we're working on it.
I can't build a motor at all right now unless I take one of yours. And there's a bunch around here. I'm like,
hey. No. You just keep your eyeballs in your head.
If somebody helps me out tonight, I have another one for you.
You know what? We're not going to say that. You know what? I've advertised my daughter's candle business, and she lives in Nashville, Tennessee. And I think 2 of my customers actually showed up at her candle booth down there in Nashville last weekend, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
And I appreciate your support, my family, too. But, yeah.
And speaking of which, I think I haven't ran this by my dad yet because he's going to be footing the bill. I have to do all the work, but he's going to foot the bill.
What?
But I'm thinking about making 3 or 4 just some Pontiac signs for next week for a giveaway for Thanksgiving. Yep, I said it.
You didn't discuss this with me before we went on the air.
We just discussed it.
No. I don't know if you guys know what he's talking about or not. Actually, he's building a badass.
Not those ones. I'm talking just flat.
Oh,
sign.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
nothing.
We can do
extravagant,
yeah.
but something cool to hang on your wall.
I don't know if you guys can see our Coke sign. My son made that sign back there for me. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Kind of in the corner over here. See that?
Yep.
But and then that Pontiac sign. I think did you make that one?
That one's one of the store bought ones.
Okay.
But that Pontiac one that's over there, they can't see it.
Well, yeah, that was huge. And we're not giving that.
No.
But anyhow, that Coke sign that's behind my son over here in the picture, that one there he made. And so yeah, that'd be cool. I'm okay with that. You know?
Yeah. So just not to get off discussion, but something we're going to start doing more of that stuff, kind of to celebrate like anniversaries and like our show anniversary and holidays.
Yeah, that's the holiday season.
Yep.
So, all right, but yeah, I'm on board with that. But we can do something like that. My son has a plasma cutter and a laser machine, and him and his wife make some awesome stuff. So I don't know if you guys seen the post. I think I shared it. He's making a full size Pontiac like dealership sign that they used to bolt on the front of the buildings, and he's still working on that. He's still got a ways to go, but you're talking if you buy an original one of those, they're $10,000-$12,000 signs. And the way he's building that, he might be able to sell that thing for like $2,500 or something.
Yep, it's going to be 4 foot tall, so it's not a small, and it's like 10 inches wide, so it's a big sign.
It's big.
It'd be something really cool in a garage or a man cave.
Yep. So yeah, if you guys are looking for something really cool to put in your garage, he's gonna build those.
And this is the L shape looking 1950s Pontiac dealer sign that you can't find replicated.
No, you can't. I've never seen one actually. I've seen originals, but they're big money.
Right.
So
so people are saying that they a reasonable race build, 15K build.
My number one build that I do is like we call it our performance street build, and depending on the weight of the vehicle and how good the driver is, it'll run low 12s, high 11s, and it runs on pump gas. And those builds that's probably 90% of my business. And we could go over that build, show you guys what we do. We're actually, I don't know if Tom Bopp's on here tonight or actually Mark Timmer's on here tonight. I'm sure his wife Barb's with him, but those builds that we're doing for those guys are that build. It's a mid 12-second build, and like my nephew Luke's car, which is roughly 3,800 pound car, which is about what Mark and Barb Timmer have, and probably Tom Bopp. But in a lighter car like a 68 Firebird or 67 like my son owns, it could be a high 11-second car with that engine in it. So, and that's probably my mainstay. That's what the build we do the most.
And that's with factory heads.
Yeah, factory iron head.
Now,
and
with these new heads my dad's coming out with, that could be a little bit quicker. It's not going to be the same price build, but it's not going to be much more though.
It actually adds quite a bit because you got the cost of the aluminum head and the push rods are a little bit different.
Well, it's not going to be another,
but it's not crazy money. No. I mean, it'll
be like you buying a Edelbrock.
Yeah, it'll take it up to around 18 to 20,000 is what it'll do.
So,
but
and
still,
that's from the baseline of 15,000.
Yeah.
So yeah, like another 5-6 grand.
3 to 5.
So
and then what that gets you though is you go from making 475 500 horsepower up to almost 600 horsepower with an aluminum head,
and not to mention more room to grow with these heads.
Yes, you can. Yeah, that's in stock form the way I'm going to make them. So.
And the reason why I bring that up is because Arlen Purdy. He said he wouldn't mind seeing a build with your new factory peering heads and what they can do.
Yep.
And trust me, we're biting at the bit.
Yep.
To do it. So.
Yeah, I got good news from the CNC machine shop. I am next in line, so they are starting on my new cylinder heads. And now, so what we got to do with that, guys? It's not going to be just them machining a head and then we're ready to rock and roll. No, that isn't how this works. They're going to machine the head. We're going to find out what kind of casting problems we got, like if the spark plug hole is too close to the exhaust port and it blows through, which we already know. The reason I'm using that as an example, I know that's a problem, so I got to fix that in the tooling, okay? And but that's what this is about right now. This is the development part. A lot of people think that like Edelbrock and all these companies, they take and they do all the R&D and then they turn their products out after doing the R&D. That isn't usually the case. Usually what they do is they screw that shit up, they let the customer find it, and then we got to tell them about it, and then they fix it. I'm not going to do that. I want it all ready to rock and roll, so whenever you guys get this product, it's trouble-free, bolt on, I can tell you what you're going to have to change or what you won't have to change, and there's no problems. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So that's where we're at right now, though. But I'm excited because we are on deck finally. The machine shop's busy and they got to get me on their schedule, and that's where we're at. So we're doing good. I'm real happy where we're at.
Yep, and not to mention like the place I work at, we do R&D for machines, and these machines are not as complex as some of the engine stuff that we're doing, and it takes them 2.5 years to get the R&D and all the bugs worked out of it. So,
and we're talking about a huge Fortune 500 company that has a lot of employees.
Yes.
So I'm actually moving at light speed compared to those companies. But you know what? When you're smaller, you can be a little more nimble too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Mark Timmer says might have to go to the track on amateur night. Yeah, we talked about that. More track time. Old School Twist said it's all been good. I keep coming back, having different guests on what they've done. Showing the build would be great. Measuring journals for clearance, degreeing cams, showing progress on buildings. And yes, and that's another thing too. And my dad is never the kind of guy that he wants to show things off to get people patting on the back. And he kind of raised me to be the same way. So we're not proud people as in, look at what we got. It's when we're showing you this is our life.
Yeah, this is what we do.
And we're proud of it, but we're also excited and we want to share it with you guys. So please don't take that if we're showing something that we're trying to rub it in anyone's face, because I've seen that with a lot of YouTubers, with a lot of people, and that's not how we're trying to portray ourselves.
We're very humble, and actually, believe it or not, it's hard for us to get in front of the camera. If you knew my dad, he won't say shit if he's got a mouthful. So I'm telling you, it's hard for us to do what we're doing. But I think this is an important part of business today, and that's why we get on here and do this.
Oh yeah. Well, if you think about it, I mean, I think everybody should be doing this if they have a business. This is free advertising.
It is. And so, and we get to learn our audience and find out what people are after. So we got, this is tonight's a learning night for me and my son, and we're trying to figure out where we're going to go with this channel. We've been doing this now a little over a year. I think we started in July of the year before.
Well, yeah, it's been about a year and a half.
So, well, not even a half. It's
well, we started in
July.
Right? Yeah.
So August, September, October, November. So a year and 4 months is all we've been at this, and so we've made we've made progress, but we still have a long way to go.
Yep.
And our viewers, actually, I've been complimented. The guy that built my website and my son-in-law Andrew Jensen, and I had another guy tell me that for the amount of advertising we do, which is minimal, I tell people on Facebook basically is all I do, that our audience is actually pretty phenomenal.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm very proud of what my son has done with this, but we have a lot to do yet, and we got to take it. We want to take it to the next level.
Yes.
What we want to do, our next level is going to be 10,000 viewers or subscribers on our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Right now, I think we're 3,600.
Yep.
So
36.2. Yeah.
So we got a little ways to go there.
Yep.
We got about 6,500 people. We got to try to find to start watching our YouTube channel. And actually, my Facebook page does really, really well. I've got over 7,000 followers and 5,000 friends. So that I'm really, really happy with, and I've done really well there. But now we're trying to grow this part.
Yep.
And so we need you guys to help us.
Yes, please. Asking. And you can always Brandon Johnston friend me on Facebook if you want. If you have any comments, questions, or anything, you can go ahead and PM me as well. And I'm looking for suggestions all the time, and I'm thinking about your guys' suggestions, so that way I can make this better. That's what this is all about.
Yeah, you know what? Seeing Philip the Third on there. Hey, Philip, that Fiat that chassis I shared with you, you need to get a Facebook account. I know you're old school like I am, but that's the way. You know what? Believe it or not, Facebook turned into a bunch of old fogies like us. So
yeah,
you need to get on Facebook.
Stay away from Instagram and Snapchat.
Yeah, those are for the wild and crazy kids and TikTok. That's not our thing, but I even have to go there. I got to get on there too.
Yeah, we're gonna start getting on TikTok more because it just gets our name out.
Right. But anyway, Phil, get on there. Marketplace is a great place to find cars and parts, and that's why I'm telling you need to get on there. And it doesn't cost anything. So get on Facebook, get a membership, friend me, friend Brandon, and then you'll see more stuff that we do too. Because I share a lot of pictures on Facebook that I can't share on YouTube. I mean, I can share videos on YouTube, but I can't share pictures. And like today, I just did we just did a dyno session with that Pro Touring Challenger we're doing, and the secondaries weren't opening up on the damn tri-power, the two end carburetors, and I don't know how this could escape anybody for 50 years because this is a factory setup and it has been run, and but the end carburetors, the holes for the secondary diaphragm were not drilled in the top plate, so they weren't getting any vacuum, so they weren't working. The thing was literally running on two barrel. You know, it's just crazy. And we found it today on the dyno. The carburetors came to us already done, so you know, don't poo-poo me saying, "Oh, you should have got that when you rebuilt them." We didn't have them apart. We put tri-power on there, and it was fresh, and we were dyno with it, and then we found it. So, but now I know what it is, and we didn't get. It was at the end of the day, so we didn't get to really play with it anymore. But just finding that the engine picked up 36 horsepower, and the carburetors aren't tuned yet, and they weren't opening still all the way because we didn't have the right secondary springs in them yet. So, but yeah, that's kind of stuff that I want to share too on Facebook or YouTube. I want to, I want a video of that. A big part of the problem with that is that when we do it live, is my son works a job, and we're trying to work it so he can get in here full time. But until then, he can't get here during the day. He's got to get here after 4 or 5 o'clock. And by that time, we're starting to wrap stuff up around here and trying to finish our day. And we don't have time to get into videoing and all that stuff at the end of the day. So hopefully next year, once, some of you guys know or seen the stuff I shared on Facebook, we put a new pad in the back. And that's why I wasn't here last week. So sorry I missed all you guys. And thank you for reaching out and making sure I'm okay. But yeah, we're doing good. It just last Wednesday was my day of opportunity because it's
literally rained that night.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I took a picture and you could see the moon it was a haze, a ring around it, and because it was getting ready to rain that night. And thank God for good friends because we worked all day on that. We started early in the morning and we didn't finish up till 10 o'clock at night. But the pad is down and we beat winter, so that was a great thing.
OES Benito, I think SBO. He said he's fascinated with these guys in fast, pushing the nines, stock appearing cars flying down the track. To him, that's pretty sweet.
That is cool.
Pontiac's representing well. Do you do any of those builds?
No, I don't. Those guys are kind of in a clique together. I do have a friend that built a couple of those engines for those guys, and I helped them with the carburation, but that's about all I've got involved with that. With my new cylinder head, the stock appearing head, I think that's going to be great for that class because painted Pontiac blue, and there's some ways around it so a magnet will stick to it, but can you imagine putting out of the box 300 plus CFM cylinder head on one of those engines that has a factory head on it now that if they ported the shit out of it and epoxied the shit out of it, they might get 300 CFM out of it. So there's a big opportunity for these guys. And so hopefully we'll get to see more fast Pontiacs.
So we've had a few other people join as well. We had GTO George.
Hey, welcome, George.
Bill Rosenberg.
Okay, Bill.
Or is it Rosenberg? Here we go again.
Hunter say, is he on tonight? Rick Hunter say, because you know what, you can't get that one.
Yeah, I can't get that one right either. You can smack me in the face with it, I still get it wrong.
That's all right.
Gary Andrews joined us.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you, guys.
Speaking of Gary, he said do a stock SD build then dump. What was the correct HO of that motor?
What now?
Do a stock. Oh, hold on. Just had a bunch of comments come in. Where'd he go?
Probably be down, I would think.
Oh, he retracted it. Yeah, he's gonna rewrite it. I have faith in him.
Okay.
Evan joined us. Waylon Berger, or is it Buger? Buerger.
Waylon, yeah. So you know what? The other part of this equation is too, guys. You know what? I see a lot of you interacting with each other in our chat section here, and that is freaking awesome. That's what this is all about. This is bench racing at its best. You know what? Whenever you got a couple of buddies that hang out at the garage and we sit around and drink beer and tell lies and brag about our cars, that's what this is about. So we are going to offer technical data and we're going to offer different builds and different things, but this is just as much to get everybody together in the Pontiac community. That's another part of that equation. So,
well, not just Pontiac community. I mean, yeah,
Pontiac everybody. I don't even care if you're into Mopars or Fords or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no. This is a bench race podcast. This is for everybody and anybody. So make sure you tell your Chevy, your Chrysler, your Ford friends, I don't care. You know what? I am not biased. I'm not partial. I'm not prejudiced.
Nope.
So,
L. Holder's Garage, White House, TN. Hello, guys.
Good evening.
And then we had Walt from Tennessee say hello.
I think he's one who went to Rachel's booth.
Okay, awesome.
What's his last name? Mucha.
Yeah, Muka.
I don't know if it's Mucha or Muka or how he says that, but yeah, thank you so much for going down and seeing my daughter. That was awesome.
Jason Weber just joined, so we are getting these are new names, a bunch of new names. So that's awesome.
Well, now Jason used to work for me.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're going to build him an engine for his '67 Le Mans convertible he's got.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was just in here a couple weeks ago and dropped off a 24-pack of Coors Light for me for my birthday.
Nice.
Thank you, Jason, and your wife. I appreciate that.
Very cool. But yeah, no, we want to give you guys the content that you want. We're trying to figure out a way to keep this channel on Wednesday nights and probably do live. If you guys like talking with us, I think we should probably keep it live. But then,
so what do you guys think about that? Put it in the comments here. How do you feel about the live part of this? Do you like that? Is that something that you guys want to continue? Because I think it's pretty cool, especially if we get more and more people interacting. You know what I mean? And I want you to not only interact with my son and I, but with each other. You guys need to share your.
Oh yeah, I see everyone telling each other, "Hey, hi, how's it going?" It's awesome. I love it.
Yep.
And I, I'll try to butt in on some of your guys' conversations. But if you guys are having a conversation with each other, I'm, and you guys are just talking back and forth, I'm gonna let it go. I mean that's fine.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. That's exactly what we're after. So, and then the other thing is too. You guys, if you want to share your combos on here, we can do a Zoom. We can do a live with you guys. And so that's part of something we can do. It's unlimited what we can do with this.
So I think we're going to have to keep the lives. We have 2 people, 3 people now, 4, 5. Mm-hmm. 5 people now saying they love the lives.
Good.
6 people now.
Good.
So I think we're going
This is way freaking better than TV, right?
Yes. But I think what we're going to do in the future, and we really need your help because I'm going to have to spend a lot more time away from doing my job because if we do videos and then I want to do a like a true podcast. We call this a podcast, but this isn't really a podcast.
We're gonna get more professional.
But well, it's not just that. A podcast is a topic that you're talking about, and that's it. Like Joe Rogan's podcast, he talks
and there's
about,
no interaction with the audience.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I would like to still do that. We can talk
we're
about
trendsetters. We're doing something different.
We are trendsetters, but
I love what we're doing.
But I think we can provide more.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I agree. That's exactly. So what I want to do is I want to get 2 cameras, and I'm thinking we'll have my son and I at opposing ends of the table, and that way we can kind of interact with each other more, in front with you guys as an audience. And
so what I want is that, but I want a giant switchboard I want 5 cameras.
Did you just hear what he just said? So then all I see is cha-ching, cha-ching.
It's going to be worth it.
Okay.
So I have this big giant switchboard with cameras on it, and then one's going to be in the engine building room, 2 are going to be out here in the garage, and we're going to have 2 one on you, 1 on me, and then 1 in the middle, so we can showcase.
Yeah, we can watch Brandon and Luke.
We can watch Brandon and Luke work.
I like it.
Yeah.
We're playing with her. Whatever.
And then you can see what
keep
Brandon
your finger
wears.
out your butt.
Then you can see what Brandon Devious wears whenever he's sanding on a car. Yeah. It ain't pretty, but we'll put it on TV.
You guys be entertained, I can tell you.
Oh yeah. Have you ever seen the Minion movie? And when the Minion's wearing a thong and it's got big cheeks.
Whoa.
That's Brandon.
Yeah. You just took me down a road I didn't want to see.
Oh, my 2-piece bikini?
Yeah, well,
something like that.
Yep. There's 2 pieces.
There's 2 pieces. You probably don't want to know.
I'm sure I know. I know how that conversation goes south real fast.
But and a good example of that is like right now we got in the assembly room, we got Joe Bass's engines going back together, and as some of you guys already know, that thing literally friction welded the balancer to the end of the crankshaft on that thing. And so now we're putting that thing back together, and we could talk about what happened there and what went on with that. So there's a lot of things we can do. And so my son's right. We do need to expand our camera viewing.
Like Tyson, yes, exactly like Tyson.
You know what, guys? That was a freaking joke. That was so staged.
Oh,
I was pissed off.
They made money. That's the whole thing.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what? Mike Tyson would have whooped his ass. And he's 57 years old.
Well, guess what? He got paid a lot of money to not whoop his ass.
I know. And that's bullshit. Let him get in there and slug it out.
Yep.
You know what? You run your mouth, you got to pay the piper.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? Go Trump. God, you know what? I haven't talked to you guys since Trump won, and that's freaking awesome, guys. So get ready, because you know what? Our economy is going to improve. It's not going to improve right away. There's a lot of things that have happened in this last 4 years that he's got to overcome, and he's not going to be able to do it immediately. But I tell you what, he's already done incredible things since he's gotten into office, or not into office, got elected. He's not into office technically until after January 6th, but or January 20th, I think it is this year. But yeah, so you know what? You guys need to get ready, because I think he's going to free up some money for everybody. Groceries go down, gas is going to go down. He's talking about reducing income tax and all kinds of things. So start planning your engine builds and spend all your money at DCI Motorsports.
That's right. Was the crankshaft snout fixable?
I would not run it in a customer engine. It would be something that it's bent and it's heavily gouged. So technically it's junk. You could probably weld it up and fix it and straighten it, but technically it's junk.
That page was asking.
Yeah.
And then Jason Weber says, "Careful, Brandon, you're heading for a reality show."
So what do you guys think about all the drama? I mean, you know what?
Well, we have enough drama to entertain. So we don't need to create anymore.
I'm not a drama kind of guy. You know, I like whenever Choppers first came out. Remember American Choppers? Whenever, what the heck's that guy's name that did the Choppers?
Paul Tuttle?
No. The guy before him. He's got a name like an outlaw.
Yeah, Jesse James.
Yeah, Jesse James. So anyhow, when Jesse James first came out and they started his show, and he was a nobody. I mean, he was literally working out of like a shithole, but he was a craftsman, and I loved to watch him work because you were learning from a master, somebody that learned the hard way, and to me that was so awesome. But then they turned it into freaking drama, and then I quit watching it. I'm not into drama. You know what? I got enough drama in my life. I don't need to add any drama to it.
No, God no. And not only that, the way we punish ourselves with the things that we do sometimes, it builds drama and suspense.
Oh yeah.
So
you guys haven't seen me whoop his ass yet, so and you haven't seen him fight back. So
yeah, that's right. And I'm bigger than the old man is now, so all I gotta do is sit on him.
He loves me. He ain't gotta sit on me. But yeah, so I'm not into drama. That's not me. I don't. The drama is doing a big freaking smoky burnout, or you know what, doing a burnout out of the garage in my old shop and knocking all the god blessed windows out of the back garage door.
Yep. True
I
story.
did that a couple of times. So that's drama.
Yep.
And it helped maybe that I had a couple beers in me when I did that.
Just a couple.
Yeah. And my brother, he's standing over there telling me this, and I'm thinking he wants me to do another one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, why not? First one went good.
Little did I know it was knocking all the wind. I knew after I was done.
Yep.
Then we had to find some plywood and board up the windows. But
yeah,
well, that happens.
Ah, yes. Good old Mogador shop.
Yep, that was an awesome shop. Yep. I come out of the garage sideways. So yeah, we can create drama like that. You know, that's what kind of drama you guys want. I can do that, but I'm not into fighting with my son. I'm not into fighting with my employees. I ain't into that. That's just not me. That's not my gig.
Eric Chambers says, hydrogen, the new fuel. I want to check out the possibility of a DCI Raymer 5 motor with that.
That would be cool. That would be cool. The other thing I'd like to try too is, you know what? I want to see how much compression you can get away with pump gas with water methanol injection. There's claims out there, and a lot of you guys watch these other channels, so I'm not gonna, you know, if I name drop, it's not because I'm doing it to get popularity. It's just the people I'm sure you watch. But David Bizard, he claims that you can run 17-to-1 compression on pump gas with 87 pump gas with water methanol injection. We're going to find out. Yeah. I'm going to do that. Yeah. I want to build a 17-to-1 compression Raymer 5 engine and see if we can run it on. I'm chicken to do it on 87. I might do it on 93 with water alcohol.
Well, that's
injection.
cheating. You already know it's going to run on 93.
Oh yeah, I know. Not 17-to-1.
Yeah, I know it.
And you do?
Yeah.
How do you know it? I don't even know.
Because I just know. Oh. Yeah, that's what I do. I know things.
Yeah, you're not even wearing your shirt tonight.
I know. Ron Ike says, bring John back. He was good at drama.
That was my old partner. And you know what? I love my old partner. He's actually my uncle, too. And but, yeah, he was a drama. He was into drama.
And then Perry says, host a Cars and Coffee in the summer, and he will come do burnouts.
There you go. Well, you know what? We got the chassis dyno. We got the engine dyno.
We just need parking.
I don't have a lot of room. I mean, I got a little room, but I ain't got a lot of room.
Yeah, and we'll pack this place out.
Yeah, we will. You know, I got to tell you guys a story, and Ron Ike will remember this because he worked for me at that time. You know what? Ron worked with me, too, back in the day.
Yep.
But anyhow, we...
How can you forget about John or Ron Ike?
Oh, didn't forget about him.
I remember when I was little, I look up at him and I'm like, man, this guy's a giant.
He is a giant. He says he's only 6 foot tall, but he looks like he's 7 foot.
I know.
But anyway, we used to rent the racetrack and we take our customers. So we rented Dragway 42 one year, and so I went there and we then arranged the track rental and everything. And we go to when I'm talking to the guy that owns the racetrack, I said to him, I said, I'd like to bring like 50, 75 of my customers out to the racetrack and have a family day, make it a picnic, no bracket racing, none of that kind of stuff. It's just a fun day, let people tune their cars, and people that haven't been down the drag strip under a non-pressure situation go down the racetrack and blah, blah, blah. So anyhow, I'm telling this guy that owns the racetrack that, and we're arranging everything. He goes, bring as many people as you want. Wrong thing to say to me. I know a lot of people. And so anyhow, what happened was we packed the place. And I only advertised it at Summit Racing, and we didn't have all the internet and all this stuff. It was just word of mouth. I just told everybody I knew, and then they told their friends. And anyhow, long story short, we probably put, I don't remember, it was 150, 200 cars in the staging. It might have been 300 cars because the place was literally packed. It looked like a national event. We had spectators on both sides of the racetrack, filled up the grandstands, and the track owners showed up about midday because we did it on a Saturday, and it was in September. It was a beautiful day. And so he shows up in the middle of the event that I put on, and he went freaking ballistic on my ass. He was so pissed off because I packed the place better than he ever did, ever. and he was so mad, and I don't even know why he was mad, because he kept the concessions, so he made a ton of money on concessions. Yeah. But yeah, we packed the place. It was amazing. So don't tell me bring a party, because I will.
Right? John Monin said that he'd drive from Indiana for a Cars and Coffee.
There you go, man.
We would love to do a Cars and Coffee here. There's just no parking.
Well,
we can get maybe 50 cars.
If it's dry, we got it's clay around here.
Right.
So we could park in the field. We got an acre and a half.
Yeah, but you can't fit that many cars in there.
What are you talking about? We could probably put.
I would expect at least 250 to 300 cars.
Oh no, I don't think we're going to do that. I would say we could probably bring out maybe 75 or 100. And they're going to come and go. They're not going to be here all day.
I don't know. Yeah, we're pretty enjoyable people.
Whoa. But yeah, we could do something like that. That'd be fun. I wouldn't mind doing that.
And I mean, honestly, I can plan it all out, and I can get the people to help. I got a couple.
Well, maybe what we do is I'll run Dragway 42 again, and we'll do it.
We can do that. 42 is always looking for ways to
make extra money.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe we'll do it on a day that they don't race or something.
Which is going to be hard now. They got that autocross track. Quaker just built one too, I seen.
Autocross?
Yeah.
What do you mean, for cars? Or motorcycles?
For all the above. Go-karts and everything.
Really? Okay, cool. Well, you know what? We could maybe do something like that, and then we could do our live from there. That would be fun.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to think about that.
Well, and one more thing that I want to tell you about that Dragway 42 event, and I'm sure Ron remembers, Buzz, he had a Monte Carlo, and this is no kidding. He made so many freaking passes that day because he went round robin all day. He was circle track racing is what he was doing at the drag strip. He made 42 passes that day in his car. He had to leave and get gas and come back. That was funny. He had the record for the most passes. But we made it a fun day. At the end of the day, I think we did do a gambler's race for anybody who wanted to do it, but we didn't get a lot of guys who wanted to get into that because it was fun. It was a family day. It was not a racer's day. It was a family day that you get to hang out with your dad your brother or your uncle or whoever while he tunes his car, and he doesn't have to worry about being in the staging lanes at a certain time, and he can get as many passes as he wanted. I mean, it was an awesome time. We had a good time doing that.
And honestly, I mean, we would have to charge.
Well, we would charge. I charge for that, but we keep it minimal.
Oh yeah,
and I think that's why we packed the place. Back then I think I charged
probably $10.
Well, no, I think it was $20 for the car and driver, and one crew member, and then any family members like $3 or $4. I mean, it was crazy, ridiculously low.
Yep.
And I wasn't doing it to make money. I didn't care about that. I was just doing it as an appreciation day for all my customers. Because I've been in business for a long, long time. I know a lot of customers. I mean, I got files I'm throwing away right now from back in the early '90s, late '80s. I'm thinking, oh man, I remember this guy. And, oh yeah, I remember that guy. And once you start going through your receipts, you start remembering all these people. And I haven't seen you guys in a long, long time. Maybe I'll see them again. So, but yeah. So we can do that. I think it would be better to do that than to do it here.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be a lot more fun.
Well, it'd be fun for everybody. They could bring their cars.
Yep.
Even if they wanted to come from like Ed Page, he's over in New Hampshire.
Right.
Even if them guys wanted to come over, they could spend a couple days here. They'd get a hotel room or whatever, and we rent the racetrack, and he can tune his car, and he doesn't have to worry about the stress of the racetrack.
Right.
So.
Yep. No, I mean, if we can get enough, I'll have to look into that more, because if we can get it to work out the way that I would like for it to work out, I think it would be very fun and rewarding.
Well, it'll definitely be fun, and the reward comes from.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Getting everybody.
Yeah, the rewarding part would be having fun with everyone.
Right.
Because I want to be able to go there and spend time with as many people as I possibly can.
And you get to, what? I didn't get, that was the only bad thing, is because I was the host. It was really, really hard for me. I wanted to play with my car that day too, and I think I did make a couple of passes, but I didn't get to spend as much time on track as I wanted to, because when they have an event, especially as big as what that turned out to be, there's something that is always going wrong.
Yep. And that's what I'm saying. If we can get, if I can get it worked out right, we'll have to really talk. I don't know if you know the owner of 42 anymore, but
I do not. I used to, but what happened? The bank took over that place, so I don't know who they are. So I got to find out.
So that could be in the future. That could very well be in the future.
So yeah, if you guys would love for me to rent the racetrack, you guys come out for, it's probably going to be more than $20 a car now, but but still, whatever it is, I mean, it'll be fun, because you're going to have no stress, and you can literally, it's not like getting 3 time trials and going into eliminations.
Right.
So you get 4 passes, or if you're lucky, you go a couple rounds or whatever. But,
well, and like if Ed Page does come, we can accommodate his lane for him.
Yeah, we'll prep that lane and make sure that whoever's got a high-powered car, we will have it prepped so that that track will hook.
Yep.
So that's an option for you guys if you want to do that. I got a lot on my plate. I'm not going to lie, guys. I got a lot on my plate. I'm trying to finish up the new cylinder heads. I'm trying to get the new intake manifold done. I'm trying to get a block started. I haven't got that started yet. We got the drawings, but that's as far as I've gotten so far. We're adding on to the back of the building. We're updating the software on the chassis dyno. We got customers. I mean, I'm like 30 engines deep right now. We got probably, I don't know how many sets of heads to get done. I'm busy. I am really, really, really busy. And right now, all I have at the shop is me, Brandon, and Luke, and DJ. He comes in and helps me a couple days a week, but he's only here for
Phil Thirst to get a smaller plate. Phil the Thirst to get a smaller plate.
Yeah. Now I need to get a bigger plate so it doesn't fall off the edges. That's the problem. My plate's too small and everything's falling off.
Yep.
I need help. I need to get people to come out and give us a hand and volunteer a little bit. That's the problem. I mean, we're busy, but it's busy that I can't hire another guy right now because the technical ability that it takes to do what we do is unbelievable. So you have to have years of experience, and if you come help me, you're basically going to be a grunt. Now, you know what, Jason or Ron Ike or somebody like that that's worked with me before, they could probably come here and they could fit in pretty good. But somebody that hasn't been around this, it's going to be tough. You know, you got to really know your shit.
Eric Chambers asked, "What if I can't bring my car? Am I still welcome?" Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You're going to bring beer, aren't you?
Yeah.
If you're bringing beer, I'm in.
Who wouldn't bring beer? But no, I think that would be a very good thing for us to do, and it's going to take a lot of planning. We're already behind the 8 ball. Speaking of now, but I have a lot of good friends now as well. That because as you get older, you get those, and you weed out the bad ones. So I have people that I know I can help and I can count on and I can trust and good people. So I know we can make it work. It's just we got to get all the things ironed out and whatnot. So, not saying we're going to do it, guys, but we will.
Well,
we'll try. We'll talk about more.
It's probably not going to happen this coming year because of all that I got going on. That's why I shared with you what we got going on. We put a pad down back there in the back, and that's going to take a lot of effort because the pad's down, but we still got to put a building on it. We got to get it wired. We got to get it plumbed. We got to insulate it. We got to drywall it. Put lighting in it, get it set up for, because that's going to be my machine shop now. So what we're doing is we're crammed in my building over here, and we're going to move all the machine equipment into that back room, and it's going to be the home for my our new 5-axis CNC machine. And so that we have that to get done next year, and that's a lot. That is a lot.
It is.
So I doubt very, very much that I'm going to be able to get on or rent the racetrack next year. If it does, it'll be a miracle.
Well, and like I said, I don't mind. I mean, I'm going to need you for a lot of the beginning stuff and whatnot, but planning it out and organizing it and everything, I can handle that part. But getting everything we need to get going is what's going to have to. You and I are going to sit down with the owner of 42 and all that stuff. So
the other cool part about it too is at 42, it's kind of like Norwalk. So if we do this event, maybe you guys, I can arrange it with a track owner where you guys stay at the racetrack in your rigs. For the guys that are out of town, like Ed Page or George and Kathy Zimnicki and Zimnicki, I think is how they say their name. But anyhow, we got a lot of out of town customers that can come in, and you guys can stay in your rigs because you do that in Norwalk. And so I'll try to arrange all that. But like I said, I don't think it's going to happen this year, but it'll be a fun day if we can make it happen. Maybe next, not 25 to 26. So problem is, you know what, son? I got to live to be 100 because I got a lot of shit to do.
Well, good thing you're taking all those weird pills you take.
I don't take any pills.
Oh.
I don't even take blood pressure medicine. I take beer.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about it more. But that'd be something really fun, and I think that it actually would help grow the channel a lot more.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you look at what's his face down in Florida? Yeah, Cletus. I mean, that guy, he has I don't even know what the duct tape race, drag race. He has the Crown Victoria 500, and
I know he does a lot of crazy stuff, and you know what? That's okay, and we could do something like that too.
Packs the stands, and I don't know what he charges, but he has that circle track packed.
Yeah. Yep. And I can do the same thing.
So
and we'll do that. That'll be a lot of fun.
And he doesn't really interact with any of his fans there. He races in that event and then he goes back and that's it.
I wonder if he's got a promoter that does that for him.
I'm sure he does. Yeah.
We are.
We can't. Yeah, we're going to be the promoter, but I want to intermingle with all of our fans.
No, all these people on here. That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
I want to get everybody there.
I want to shake hands and talk and all that. I don't want to be just out there racing and then go into the bag and be like, oh, that was fun. No, I want to.
And this isn't just for Pontiacs, guys.
Nope.
You know what? This is for everybody.
Yep.
So, because I got a lot of people on here that are.
You got a snowmobile? Bring it. It's got to have a slick on
it. And wheels on the front instead of skis.
Yeah.
But there's some fast snowmobiles out there.
There is. Even if your kids have junior dragsters.
Whatever. Yep. It's a family day.
Yep.
We'll do that. All right, so that's one thing we're going to do. What else we got to do? So what are these guys saying they want to see? What do they want to see for content? Because we're going to have to entertain them for another year before we can do that.
Well, from what I've been gathering, they want to...
And thank you guys for all interjecting tonight, because you know what? We need this. And I read through these comments after the tonight's show too. So
dyno sessions with different builds.
We're gonna try to do that more. Yep.
And then what we're doing now, and like engine building, decreasing the cam, a little bit more on the technical side with stuff.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a mixture of stuff, which we kind of expected.
Yep.
But
so far I don't see no drama stuff on there, which is good because I'm not good at drama.
And I'll create enough drama. You just give me a wrench and trust me, I'll break a bolt.
Well, you know what? When I was younger, we had a lot of drama, and I'm not gonna lie. You know what? I was a hothead. I've learned to calm that down, way down, because it wasn't good whenever I was like that. So I learned to. I didn't do it in front of customers or anything, although I did throw a couple customers out of the shop. But that's a different story.
Yeah.
So whenever you got to physically remove somebody from your facility, that's a rough day.
So build recipe, and then whenever the Challenger gets done, we're going to go over that car real good. More engine builds, the new black and ram air 5 heads.
Yeah, so we got a lot of cool stuff that I am super excited, guys. This new intake manifold that I'm working on right now for my new Ram Air 3 and Ram Air 4 cylinder heads, you guys that own a Trans Am are gonna freaking love that thing. What are you giggling about?
Phil Thirst says printing stickers that were promised a year ago.
Hey, that's all on him. Get after his ass.
Hey, I got a stack somewhere in here, mister.
Oh, shit. You got 3 in that stack.
Well,
ain't enough.
That's a stack.
We do have to do something about them stickers. You know what? Let's simplify that thing. Just put DCI Motorsports on their podcast.
I'm going to
make it
see
easy so
about,
we can the problem is, you know what? I'm busting his chops, Phil, but honestly, the way our logo was before, it was so complicated. It was really hard to weed, and neither of us have time. So we got to figure out a way to simplify that a little bit so that we can get them orders filled.
I'm going to reach out to the local sticker shop down the road that will print them out. That way it can just be printed, be cut.
They're already done it.
Yep.
Yeah, they already weeded them.
For as cheap as they do them now.
You know, printing, doing that vinyl stuff, that vinyl graphics, everybody thinks, oh, yeah, that's easy to do. Bullshit.
It's time consuming.
Yeah, it's easy to print it. You're right. And it's easy to design it, but it's not easy to weed it. And what that means, weeding means you got to pull all the shit that doesn't belong in there out. And you got to do it with a razor blade and a pick and a toothpick. And you got to hold your tongue just right while your butthole's puckering. I mean, it's tough.
Mm-hmm. Marty just asked, how about a shirt?
Marty
Nelson.
Okay. You know what? We are going to come out with a line of clothing. All right. Well, not clothing, but shirts and ball caps and that kind of thing. And so when we do that, then we will.
Another guy asked for T-shirts.
We're going to offer that on our podcast here. So, and that would be a great way for you guys to support us if you could. You know, the shirts, we don't make a lot of money on them, but you know what? All that stuff will help pay for. Like I want to improve our video quality a little bit, maybe our value or sound bits or whatever. I don't know. You know what? I'm talking over my head here. This is my son's deal, but whatever I can do to improve what we're doing, that's what I'm going to do. So.
Yep. And I got a Amazon cart full of stuff for you to spend money on.
I know you do. I've seen it.
So.
But you know what? If we can improve our content, improve our audience. All right. So guys, listen, while I got you all here, please, please, please tell your friends to go to DCI Motorsports at 1111 on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. We want to reach 10,000 viewers, okay, or subscribers. Not viewers, subscribers. There's a big difference. And tell them to hit the like button. And I'm not real good at begging for that kind of stuff because that's just not me. I don't do it that way, but I am doing it. So, and God love you guys for helping us out. You know, thank you so much for showing up every week, and and I hope our content's enjoyable. Tonight, I feel like we just kind of bullshitted about a lot of nothing, but you know that's okay too. We have to have a week that we're down too, and let our hair down, and just have fun.
And then next week's Turkey Day.
Yeah.
So that's going to be
Thursday though.
Well, yeah, but we're going to celebrate early. So get a bottle of Jameson, and I'll bring the signs.
Uh-oh.
And
oh, you know what? That cool sign that he's making, the dealership sign, we'll get him to bring that next week. So make sure you tune in next week.
Yeah, I can bring that.
Yeah. This thing's really, really cool. It's big. Right now it's a rusty pile of shit that he's putting together, but that's okay. It looks cool. Even it looks like it's aged. Yeah. I like it. Yeah. I do like it the way it is.
It's very. I haven't touched it since you've seen the picture of it because I've been doing other things. So, but yeah, I can bring that. And then I've already changed how I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it even better. I just thought of a new way and found a new way to do it. So that might even be a piece of furniture. I can turn it into a seat.
Well, yeah. The other thing is, too, we need to figure out the neon part of it. So it looks like the old neon.
Well, that's what I figured out. So, okay. Yep. And that's why you guys will see next week more of what I'm talking about. But the way I designed it this time was not going to incorporate that. And I'm going to put that off to the back burner and start the new one with the neon rope light. So, and I might finish that one, and I might just keep it just because I made it, or I might end up, I don't know, selling it for $800 or $1,000 or whatever, because it's not going to look like the good ones. It's completely different.
How about we do a waffle?
We can do a waffle. Yeah.
Yeah. I got to be careful because you know what? Unfortunately, you got people who are spoiled sports, and if they don't win, they'll turn you in on something like that. So I think we got a good group of guys here, though.
Well, we try to do everything as fair as possible.
Yeah.
And Phil says,
you know what? There's going to be a winner, and there's going to be a lot of losers. And
Phil said he's still waiting for his T-shirt from the Ed Page thing.
Oh, I thought Ed Page sent that to him already.
I don't know if you sent it to him.
No, what do you mean?
He got a shirt from us too, I think.
Well, I already sent him ours.
Oh.
I think I did. Didn't I, Phil? If not, correct me, but I thought I sent you that shirt already.
Phil says correction, ham day. So he doesn't eat turkey.
Oh. I like bird. It's got to be turkey, though. I hate chicken. I'll eat it, but I don't like it.
And then Jeff Downey says, Jack Daniels, I like the way you talk.
And Jeff, thank you for the checks you've been sending me, brother. We are working on your heads. Your heads are almost done, actually. All I got left to do is clean them and put them back together. But the camshaft situation has been a pain in my ass. And so we'll get through it. I'm working on that too. I got another cam manufacturer, but the cam guy that usually does my camshafts for me, I don't know if it was me. I'm going to take responsibility. I never blame anybody else. It's my fault. Apparently, he didn't understand what I was telling him, and they call them UGLs, which are unground lobe camshafts. For some reason, we weren't on the same page, and all my UGLs got ground wrong, and so I had to redo all that, and that cost me a lot of money. But you know what? It is what it is. We're gonna get through it. I will have cams again here soon. So,
well, it's 7:07.
yep.
BNR Racing just joined. I know.
Yeah, he must have been
better late than never, I guess.
He must have had work overtime tonight.
Philip Third said we'll discuss that later offline. So you're in trouble.
No, you're in trouble.
Ed Page said someone won a DCI shirt. So I don't know. Someone won a DCI shirt.
Someone won?
Yep.
When?
For the Ed Page thing.
Yeah, I sent that one out, I thought.
I don't know. I can't babysit you all the time.
I don't know.
You know what?
Honest to God, you know what? I might have effed up. I don't know. So I'm sorry if I did.
But again, if you guys have any comments or anything, please reach out to me or my dad. So suggestions.
Before we go, everybody comment down below. Do you like keeping alive? And I want to see a whole bunch of yes or no's. So let's do that real quick. You guys want to stay alive? If you do, let us know right now. Yep. And we will continue live. If not, we're going to start videoing.
BNR Racing says he's driving home at 5-6 p.m. Chicago time now.
Yeah, you know what? He's just getting off work. So, yeah. He didn't work. Well, he might have worked some OT.
Eric Chambers did say design a new head and injection for hydrogen motors.
Well, you know what? The new heads that we're coming out with, it'll probably work with hydrogen. It's got a good chamber for that. All it's going to take is a different, like a Stellite seat and maybe a different valve.
So far we got a hell yes, yes live, yes, yes, yes live, awesome. Keep live, yes, yes live.
Thank you guys. You know what? I appreciate the support.
Yep.
So, okay. Well, good.
Live.
Then that's what we're going to do. We're going to do live.
Yes, live. I'll send a check. Phil the Third.
I love you, Phil. Yeah.
Bill says yes. Old School Twist says yes. Marty Nelson says live. Philip the Third again. This time dash it. He means cash it.
I think you meant cash it.
Yeah.
Yep. You know what, Phil? We're gonna save that money. We're gonna build you a badass Ram Air 5. You're gonna get you a little Fiat that you can drive on the street, and that son of a bitch gonna be a low 8-second car that you can run on pump gas. That'll be fun.
You better have big tires.
Yeah, some beats on that son of a bitch.
BNR Racing says we're going to make it to January 20th, Don, facing nuclear Armageddon present.
I know. Buckle up, guys, because you know what? They're going to release the flying monkeys, and when they do, we're going to have to be ready for them. But you know what? He's got the Senate, he's got the House, and we got a president with balls. I can't say any more than that. You guys figure it out from there.
Jeff Downey says yes, and Tim says yes. All right. We're keeping it live.
All right. I like it. I like doing it live. I mean, I don't know. I was hoping all you guys would do it.
Mike says yes when days get short. Long days usually miss show.
I get it.
Yep.
I totally get it. But it's recorded, so you can watch it later.
Yep. That's a beautiful thing. That's why I record them, so that way you guys can go back and watch them. And All right. Well, guys, thank you for all your input, and thanks for hanging out with us. And